Hi, this is Cynthia Peng with Special Olympics Washington. Today we're going to create an athlete portal profile. You'll want to open up your browser and type in portals.specialolympics.org. See this red button where it says create an account? Go ahead and click that. And then you'll want to just answer the following questions. Make sure that you are registering for the state of Washington and your role type is an athlete, and push the big blue button that says continue. And yes, we want to make sure we are doing an athlete account. From there, you'll want to do the email address that you make sure that you have access to. And that's where they are going to send the verification code. So we'll want to go into our personal email, and there it is. The email is Microsoft on behalf of. So you want to click on that, get the verification code, and make sure you copy it, which is 457920, and verify. And now we'll want to set the password and make sure it is a password that has a capital letter, a special character, some lowercase numbers, and some numbers, and make sure they match. Now we'll want to use our name and our first name and last name. And you'll just want to make sure everything is spelled correctly. And then you'll want to do your phone number. You don't need hyphens here. Just make sure that you have all the numbers in there for your phone number. Save and continue. And then what year and month and day you were born. So make sure you start with the month, and then the day, and then the year, and save and continue. Now you'll want to select the gender that you identify with and process that. And then you'll want to choose what race, and I'm going to prefer not to answer, and process that. Any languages that you speak. I am not going to select anything there, and I'm going to process that. And t-shirt size, I'm also going to skip that. But you're welcome to continue and do that if you would like. Select a region, or if you know the specific team, I'm going to choose Northwest. And I'm also going to choose King County. I am not associated with the team, so I'm not going to select a specific team there. Now it's going to ask for my address, and I am going to type in my address, and it's in Seattle. I'm also going to select Washington, US, and then make sure that I have my correct zip code going on. So from here, you will want to pick your emergency contact and my emergency contact, and make sure that you do have the correct contact information, because it does go into your health history form. And Taylor Swift is my sibling, and so I'm going to sign, save and continue. Now that we've gotten my profile completed, we'll need to do our health history and release form. So it looks like it's incomplete. So we'll either click on this health history and release form, or you can edit form. Since this is the first time we're going to do this, we're going to have this interface where you're going to see this blue button that says let's do this, and let's click that. And let's see what associated conditions. Click on that, and I do have epilepsy. So we are going to submit, and then save and continue. Any mobility devices, let's see. I do not have any braces, crutches, walker, so I am going to X out of this and save and continue. Any lifestyle aids, let's see what options we have. Dentures, glasses, I do wear glasses, so we're going to submit and save and continue. Any communications devices, let's see what they have. No, I don't need any of those, so I'm just going to X out of that and save and continue. Medical devices, what are my options? Implantable pacemaker, no, I don't have any of those. So I'm going to save and continue. Dietary restrictions, no, I don't. The next one, assisted devices. I do not have any assisted devices. And then heart condition, we're just going to go through the list of all of these. I don't have asthma, don't need insulin. I have vision impairment because I have glasses. I don't have hearing. I do not have bleeding disorder. A doctor has never limited me in sports. I do have epilepsy, and I do not have sickle cell disease. So I'm going to save and continue those. And I've never had a concussion. And I do not have mental health or sensory conditions or behavioral conditions. I do not need an EpiPen. And we're almost done. Medication. Yes, I do have medication. I need vitamin D, 100 milligrams. Frequency is 1, and select, I use that daily. We're going to make sure that medication is correct before we continue. And then emergency care. This part is very important. If you click on any single one of those, you will need to create an additional form that is a medical emergency refusal form. Do I have any religious objections to receiving medical care? I do not. And do I consent to blood transfusions? I do, so I'm not going to click on that. So I'm going to save and continue there. I do not want to be a part of evaluation and research. And this has given me an opportunity to make any changes if necessary. And oh, look, I do have asthma. So I'm going to change that there. And once I scroll all the way down, if everything is correct, I'm going to save and continue there. Now that it's finished, I'm going to e-sign my form. So now this window pops up where it is my Adobe Acrobat, and this is a copy of my health history form. So I want to push on this blue button that says continue and this arrow that says start. So everything that I just did on my previous screen is all in here. So here is the emergency care. Make sure that I don't have that. And then we are going to click on this. If I am the athlete and I can sign my own forms, I'm going to sign it. In this situation, I do need a guardian. So now it changes here, and we'll want to click that. And my guardian is going to sign it. So my sister is my guardian, and she is going to sign it. And then we want to click next, and then click that, and she automatically signs that as well. Click to sign. And now we're all set. And we can close this out. And what happens now is that this automatically changes over. We will get a copy of my health history form in my email, and we can go back into our checklist. And what we'll see is now it is submitted. And that's what you'll want to see. And now it's up to Special Olympics Washington to review your health history form and approve it. Great job in completing your athlete profile and your health history form. If at any time you have any questions, go ahead and send us a portal support intake at the URL on the screen, or join us in our virtual office hours every Wednesday at 12 to 1 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. Thanks and have a good day.